Darwin Nunez might be one of modern football's most polarizing figures. One moment, he's blazing past defenders and hammering a shot into the top corner. The next, he's missing an open goal in a manner that instantly makes him a laughingstock. Liverpool fans cling to hope for a turnaround, while rivals dismiss him as nothing more than a glorified Timo Werner. And amid the constant chatter, one question endures. How did Liverpool shell out £85 million for this player? When Liverpool signed Nunez in June 2022, they believed they were landing a future superstar, a modern number 9 capable of filling the void left by Sadio Mane. Comparisons with Erling Haaland were thrown around and expectations soared. Fans imagined a striker who could lead a revival, ignite the attack, and break scoring records. Instead, Nunez has emerged as a player whose moments of brilliance are too often overshadowed by frustrating lapses. His explosive pace and ability to break through defenses have given glimpses of the potential that once made him a hot prospect. Yet every dazzling display is punctuated by missed opportunities that have left supporters wondering if his talent has been overestimated from the start. Before joining Liverpool, Nunez was a standout at Benfica. The Portuguese club signed him for a club record fee of £24 million in 2020, and his second season saw him score 34 goals in all competitions, 26 of them in the Premier Liga, making him the league's top scorer. His performances in the Champions League, including a brace against Liverpool in the quarterfinals, were instrumental in convincing Klopp that Nunez was ready for the next challenge. However, the conditions in Portugal were far less demanding. The league's defenses were less organized, giving Nunez ample space and time to exploit. With Benfica dominating most matches, missing a few clear-cut chances was less consequential. In the Premier League, where every opportunity is ruthlessly contested, the luxury to make such errors simply doesn't exist. Thus, the question lingers, was his Portuguese success a sign of genuine quality or merely a result of a more forgiving environment? Liverpool's investment in Nunez was a bold statement. The hefty fee was not just a financial outlay, it was an endorsement of his potential to transform the club's attack. The expectation was clear. Liverpool needed a clinical finisher, a goal machine who could shoulder the responsibility of being the focal point of their offensive play. Instead, Nunez has produced numbers that have done little to justify his price tag. In his debut season, he managed 15 goals in all competitions, with just 9 coming in the fiercely competitive Premier League. The following season saw a modest improvement, 18 goals overall and 11 in the league. But these figures fall far short of what's expected from an £85 million striker. More than just the raw numbers, it's his style of play that leaves many questioning his overall effectiveness. Perhaps the most glaring issue with Nunez's game is his inability to convert golden opportunities. In just 2 seasons at Liverpool, he has missed nearly 50 clear-cut chances. In the 2022-23 season, he let 20 big chances slip away. In 2023-24, that number rose to 27. These aren't difficult shots or attempts taken under pressure. They're situations where any reliable striker should find the back of the net with ease. These missed chances have become a symbol of his underwhelming performance. Each lapse adds fuel to the fire for critics, intensifying the scrutiny he faces from fans and pundits alike. Instead of being remembered for moments of inspiration, Nunez is increasingly identified as the league's biggest miss merchant. Expected goals is a statistic that measures the quality of chances a player is given, offering an objective benchmark for how many goals one should score. For Nunez, the numbers paint a stark picture. Since joining Liverpool, he's accumulated around 50.9 xG, but has only managed to score 39 goals, a shortfall of 12 goals. This gap suggests that even when presented with high-quality opportunities, his finishing fails to meet expectations. Elite strikers usually outperform their xG, turning difficult chances into goals. Nunez's consistent underperformance not only undermines his reputation, but also raises serious questions about his ability to adapt to the demands of top-tier football. It isn't all gloom for Darwin Nunez. Beyond his finishing woes, there are aspects of his play that hint at untapped potential. His blistering pace and intelligent movement off the ball are assets that can unsettle even well-organized defenses. Moreover, his ability to create space and drag defenders out of position benefits his teammates, as evidenced by the 13 assists he provided in the 2023-24 season. His work rate is commendable. He presses aggressively, contributes defensively, and often disrupts the opposition's build-up play. In an era where pressing and versatility are highly valued, these traits add a valuable dimension to his game. Yet, for a striker bought for his goal-scoring prowess, these qualities, however important, can only do so much to compensate for his inability to consistently find the net. No discussion of Nunez can avoid comparisons to Erling Haaland, whose arrival in the Premier League during the same transfer window cast an even longer shadow over his performances. Haaland broke records with his goal-scoring exploits, establishing himself as one of the most lethal forwards in the game. In his debut season, Haaland scored 36 Premier League goals, while Nunez managed just 9. In the following season, Haaland's tally continued to soar, while Nunez's improvements remained modest at best. This stark contrast has only amplified the criticism. For Liverpool supporters, the simultaneous signing of two strikers raised expectations that both would complement each other and drive the team forward. Instead, the glaring disparity in their outputs has left many questioning the wisdom of the gamble made on Nunez. The verdict on Darwin Núñez is anything but straightforward. On one hand, his raw attributes, speed, agility, and a knack for creating chances indicate a player with significant potential. On the other hand, his chronic underperformance in front of goal, marked by poor decision-making and a dismal conversion rate, has led to widespread disappointment. For a club like Liverpool, where every goal is vital and every miss is scrutinized, such inconsistency is hard to forgive. The frustration among fans is palpable. They invested not just money, but also high hopes in a player expected to be the linchpin of their attack. With each missed opportunity, the gap between expectation and reality widens, leaving supporters to wonder if Nunez will ever live up to the promise he once showed at Benfica. Despite the mounting criticism, it's not all doom and gloom for Darwin Nunez. Football's replete with stories of players who struggled early on, only to eventually hit their stride. With time, targeted coaching, and a renewed focus on refining his finishing skills, there's still a chance for Nunez to turn his fortunes around. The key lies in his ability to adapt. The transition from the Portuguese league to the relentless pace and physicality of the Premier League is a monumental challenge, and many players have taken time to adjust. For Nunez, reducing his missed chances, improving his first touch, and sharpening his decision-making could be the catalyst needed for a turnaround. Yet the margin for error in the Premier League is razor-thin, and every match is a new test of his resolve and adaptability. Darwin Nunez remains a player defined by extremes, a mix of breathtaking talent and frustrating inconsistency. For Liverpool, his signing was a high-stakes bet on a striker who could revolutionize their attack. While his pace, movement, and occasional moments of brilliance suggest that he has the raw ingredients to be great, his inability to consistently deliver on goal has cast a long shadow over his career. At an £85 million price tag, the expectation was clear: to be a prolific, reliable finisher who could shoulder the responsibility of being Liverpool's primary attacking threat. Until he can demonstrate that he can regularly convert his chances into goals, Nunez will continue to be a subject of intense debate. A player whose potential is undeniable, but whose execution leaves much to be desired. In conclusion, Darwin Núñez's journey at Liverpool is far from over. His story is one of highs and lows, moments of magic intertwined with bouts of misfortune. Whether he ultimately transforms into the striker Liverpool envisioned or remains an expensive enigma is yet to be seen. For now, the debate continues, and every match offers a new chapter in the unpredictable saga of one of football's most talked about signings. Looking ahead, there's a growing consensus that Nunez's development hinges on the support system around him. The coaching staff's ability to refine his positioning and decision-making, combined with tactical adjustments from Arne Slot, may help mitigate his glaring weaknesses. Analysts point out that a few subtle tweaks in his training could unlock a higher level of consistency and composure under pressure. Moreover, if Nunez can learn to better integrate with Liverpool's fluid attacking style, he might convert more of his chances and justify his hefty fee. While critics remain skeptical, the door is still open for redemption. Future fixtures will test his capacity to evolve, and a marked improvement could signal a turning point in his career. A shift from being a perennial disappointment to emerging as a crucial cog in Liverpool's offensive machine. What do you think? Can Darwin Nunez turn his career around and become the clinical finisher Liverpool desperately need? Or will he remain an expensive enigma who leaves fans in perpetual disbelief? Let us know what you think in the comments, and make sure to like and subscribe.